Hey kids, hello. It is so good to be with you today, wherever you are and however you're watching this. It is great to be with you. Hey, guys, quick reminder, coming up very soon is a mega trunk or treat. Halloween night during trick-or-treating hours, actually an hour beforehand. We're gonna start early here at the church in the parking lot. Tons of cars, tons of candy. You need to be here. Bring your friends. AdrianTrunkOrTreat.com has all of the information, so send your parents there to AdrianTrunkOrTreat.com. Hey guys, before we call Wally, let's go ahead and play a game. Ready? All right, guys, we're gonna play a little game. And some of you might be wondering why I'm in a different room and why I changed my clothes. But don't worry about it. All right, here we go. It's a game called Name That Candy Bar. We're gonna put a picture on the screen of a candy bar, give you 5 seconds to guess the name of that candy bar. Let's see how many you can get right. Ready? Here we go. Number 1. Twix! But is it the left or the right? Next one! Snickers, all of your dad's favorite. All right, here we go. Next one. Milky Way, not just a galaxy, a great candy bar. Who likes it? Raise your hand. Who's a Milky Way fan? Next one. Oh, one of my favorites, the Almond Joy. Honestly, did not like this one as a kid, but now that I'm an old fart, I kind of like it. Payday. All right, guys, last one. Anybody get all of them right so far? Raise your hand. I can't see. Okay, last one. The classic Butterfinger. Hey, guys, you know why we played a game with candy bars? Because at Trunk or Treat, you're gonna get all of these candy bars. AdrianTrunkOrTreat.com. All right, great job, guys. Great job, kids. Well, all month long, we're talking about road trip. And every week, Wally is going on a road trip to a different location. So before we call him, I have a couple of clues. Let's see if you can guess where Wally is at. Ready? Clue number 1. Clue number 1. 80% of the animals that live here only live here. Wait, what? So like the animals that live here, they don't live here. They're here, but not here. Clue number 2. Each year, a city in this country hosts the World Championships of Cockroach Racing. Sounds gross. Clue number 3. This country has 3 times more sheep than people. So for every 1 people, there are 3 sheep. That's a lot of sheep. Meh. All right, you guys think you know where he is? Where could Wally be? All right, one last clue. He is probably playing a didgeridoo or fighting a kangaroo. Let's call Wally. Wally, hey!
Well, hello, Brandon, and hello, children.
You are in sunny Australia.
Well, yes, of course I am in Australia. I have been chasing around this very stinky koala bear for 3 days.
Wally, why have you been chasing a koala bear?
Well, obviously because he stole my candy bar. Can you believe the nerve of that koala bear? They look so cute and cuddly, but let me tell you, Brandon, they are so stinky. They stink worse than a bucket of rotting socks. Let me tell you what.
Tell me what? Tell me what?
Yes, exactly.
What?
What?
What? Kids, what were we talking about?
We were talking about getting good at hitting ice cream cones with a boomerang.
Yeah, I don't think that's it. Wally, we were talking about the 10 commandments.
Oh, yeah, Brandon, that is correctness. They must have had some really stinky breath if they needed that many mints.
What?
Last week, you said that Moses went up on Mount Sinai to talk to God.
Correct.
And on that mountain, God gave him 10 commandments. Mints, mints. Brandon, don't you know what a mint is? I mean, when I eat too much meatloaf, my mom tells me I need to eat a mint because my breath smells bad.
Oh, Wally, no, not common mints. Commandments. 10 commandments.
So, not common mints.
The 10 commandments. Remember, God's people had just been freed from slavery, and now they needed some rules or some guidelines as a free people. How are they going to live? So God gave them the 10 commandments.
Hey, I am a free people.
Exactly. You are a free people. Which is why these guidelines actually apply to us too.
Brandon, I need some guidelines for life. You know who else needs some guidelines for their life?
Let me guess. Koalas?
Hey, how did you know that?
You know what? To learn about commandments 3 and 4, let's go watch Grow TV.
Y'all are not gonna believe this. Welcome to Grow TV.
Welcome to Grow TV. Hosted by Carl. Where we have fun with our friends, talk about Jesus, and go over everything the Bible has to offer. Now once again, welcome to Grow TV.
Hi there, you chicken nuggets, and welcome to Grow TV. Are y'all ready to have your minds blown right now? Do you have any idea what this is? Oh, is it a weird cat or some sort of ancient artifact? No! What I'm holding right now is what we in the industry like to call a loaf of bread, or bread for short. Now, you may use this for sandwiches, but that's all that bread can be used for, right? Wrong! Get ready, because it's about to get crazy. I'm now going to show you every single use for a piece of bread, and I mean every single use. Let's go! Writing letters. Dear Susan, if you're reading this, I miss you. Please come back. I had no idea those were your Pop-Tarts. Sincerely, with love, and grace, and humility. With more love, Carl. A mask. A toupee. I have bread for her hair. A deck of cards. Go fish. Hit me. Check. Tape. Kleenexes. A phone. Well, you can tell the mayor that I love him, and I think he's a swell guy. A shoulder to cry on. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. Thank you for being here, Brad. A frisbee. Someone to tell you that they're proud of you.
I'm proud of you, son.
Thanks, Dad. I mean, Brad. Brad, Dad. This is truly incredible. Who knew that bread could be used and done in so many different ways? Oh. Hello? 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 Oh. TJ! I thought you were calling me on my bread phone.
Hey, Carl. Wait, what?
My bread phone. It's a long story, but man, do you have any idea what this is?
Bread?
Wrong. It's not just bread, it can be anything you want it to be.
Okay.
All right, you don't believe me. Here's what we'll do. Name one thing in the world.
One thing? Like anything?
Anything.
Okay. I guess monster truck?
All right, ready for this?
At this point, I have no idea, so, sure. Sure.
Ta-da! I say ta-da!
It's still a piece of bread.
No way. Watch. Watch out for the Hansel and Gretel. this truck is leaving breadcrumbs in his path in absolute carnage. Watch out, he's leaving his opponents pretty sour. Sourdough, that is.
Okay, Carl, I'm going to ask you something. I want you to be completely honest with me, okay?
Okay.
Are you okay?
TJ, I'm fine.
You sure?
Yes, really. I'm just excited because today is the day I realized bread can have so many uses, and bread can mean many different things.
Oh, okay. I guess I can get that. I get that. You know, there's a lot of things like that.
What?
Like paper towels. Like some people use them to dry their hands, clean up messes, or how you can use milk for cereal, but then again, you can also turn around and use that same milk to feed a baby cow.
I can't believe I never thought of that.
Or even like worship.
What do you mean?
There are a lot of different ways to worship God.
You lost me.
Okay. Well, let's talk about the commandments.
All right. Which ones?
The third and fourth commandment.
All right. Number 3. You shall not take the name of the Lord in vain. What does that mean?
Well, taking a name in vain means to use it without being kind or not having respect for that name in the first place. So, misusing God's name is a very bad thing.
Good to know. Kids, don't ever use God's name for a bad word.
Yeah, but there's more.
How so?
Have you ever prayed to God for something you wanted?
Yes, of course. I talk to God all the time. Even that one time I was stuck in a den of raccoons.
That's great, man. I love talking to God too. But one thing we have to remember is that God is not our magic genie that grants us every wish we want.
Of course not. That's silly. God is way cooler, and God gives us way more good things already than 3 lousy wishes.
But sometimes we forget that it's our job to obey God and not the other way around. So when we pray to God and demand things from God, that's one way we can misuse God's name.
Whoa, I never thought about that. That's real deep. Okay, so moving on to commandment number 4. Remember to keep the Sabbath holy. What does that mean?
Well, the Sabbath was a time of rest, a break from work, in order to focus on and to remember all that God has done for us. And holy means to set apart. So that commandment means we are to take a day, set it apart from the other days, rest, and focus on God.
Oh, kind of like how God created the world in 6 days, but rested on the 7th day?
That's exactly right, man.
Wow, I'm learning so much. But what does this have to do with singing in the church?
Well, what do you mean?
Well, this whole conversation started off by you mentioning worship.
Oh, okay. I understand what you're saying. Well, you see, worshiping God is not only singing in church.
Say what now?
Really, it's more than that. Worship is anything that we do that gives God glory and praise.
So like when I pray and spend quiet time with God, that's worship?
Sure is.
What about when I serve others?
Absolutely.
Wow, and God loves when we worship, right?
Sure thing. And we all have to remember, we obey God by worshiping God.
TJ, I can't believe you.
What? What did I say?
You just said our big idea. Today's big idea is we obey God by worshiping God.
Oh, that's right. So let's say it together on the count of 3. Y'all ready? 1,
2,
3. We obey God by worshiping God.
Good job, everyone. TJ, I gotta say, this whole worship thing has really changed my whole perspective on everything I do.
I'm glad, man. But listen, I'm not gonna lie. You had me a little bit worried with the whole bread thing. That was crazy.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
It sure was. I was all like, wait till this guy sees what happens when you put bread in a toaster.
What? What happens?
Nothing, buddy. Yeah, it's just,
Oh, I gotta see this. See you, TJ.
Wait. Hey, Carl, where you going, man? You're in the middle of the road. Kids, we'll see you guys next week. Carl.
Thank you for watching, and tune in next week for a new episode of Grow TV.
What does taking God's name in vain again?
Well, that's when we use God's name without being kind. Like when we use God's name in a mean way. And it's a really big deal. We want to make sure that anytime we use God's name, we are being kind and we are being respectful.
And then the sad bath. Man, why do we have to take so many sad baths?
No, Sabbath, not a sad bath. It's a word that really means rest. It's very important that we rest, that we take a whole day every week and just chill, rest.
Oh, kind of like taking naps. I like to take a good nap after a long journey. Unless there are koalas around.
Yeah, actually, rest is really a way that we can worship God. And isn't that cool? And only using God's name in kind and respectful ways is also a way that we can worship God.
You mean worship is more than just singing?
Sure is. And we obey God by worshiping God in all of these different ways.
We obey God by worshiping God.
Time for a recap quiz! Question number 1. According to our big idea, we obey God by doing what? A, helping old ladies named Linda cross the street. That's oddly specific. By wearing socks to bed. C, by worshiping God. Or D, by cutting Carl's hair. C, we obey God by worshiping God. Question number 2. Where was Wally in our video today? A, Egypt. B, Australia. C, Seattle. D, the zoo. That's right, Wally was in Australia. Question number 3. What stole Wally's candy bar? A, Brandon. Hey! B, a chipmunk. C, a koala bear. D, a hobo with a boomerang. The answer is C, a koala bear. All right, question number 4, last question, true or false? God gave us 10 commandments to give us guidelines to help us live a better life. True! All right, kids, don't forget Trunk or Treat. All the information is at adriantrunkortreat.com. Invite your friends. We'll see you there. Bye!